want to talk about recognizing patterns and cyclical events in our lives. If you've lived long enough, then you've noticed how people say history repeats. It's like you go through different phases in your life, and the people and events may change, but overall themes may remain the same. And I know that this concept is talked about in other circles, and a lot of times people talk about trying to, fundamentally break the pattern to cause a new chain of events to take place in their life. And what I've seen is you may be able to shift away from the pattern, leading to it, being slightly altered, different things change. But unless you're able to maintain that frequency, the events will replay themselves out over and over again. And when I started studying the Kundalini and trying to place the slide of this world being a fractal holograph and the patterns that we see play themselves out at every level. So I want to paint everything with that. So in my personal life, I look for certain patterns to replay themselves out, and I realized that trying to fundamentally shatter the pattern and pull myself essentially into a completely different timeline or reality, it would require drastic changes to my paradigm that I may not yet be willing to make. What I found to be more effective for getting to my goal is, rather than trying to fundamentally change the pattern, is make sure that I'm spiraling up. So as I see these cyclical events take place in my life, as I see the patterns replay themselves, I analyze myself, where I am, how I'm adapting to things happening now versus where I was and how I adapted to things happening before. And if I'm operating at a higher vibration, then I understand I'm moving in the right direction, because these patterns are going to replay themselves out over and over again, right? There's a theme for my life that the universe is trying to get through me. And I can either be an active participant in that, or I can fight against that and experience the turmoil that comes with that. I have the choice. I can do whatever I want, make my life as smooth or as tumultuous as it can be, right? But when these patterns take place, if this world is a matrix and we're all acting out according to different scripts and whatnot, if I'm not writing the script, but I understand the character that I play within it, is my character growing? Is my character evolving? Is my character learning from mistakes? And if I can answer yes to those questions, then as I see it, that's spiritual growth. But for you, maybe different. Maybe some of the patterns that you've experienced are so destructive that you have to fundamentally change them. That could be your experience, right? For me, I've noticed that as my vibration increases, the pattern is more the sequence of emotions that I feel rather than a sequence of events. So it's not necessarily, oh, I went through this abuse and now there's a pattern where I'm going through this abuse again, or I'm going through this abuse again. It's, oh, this event made me feel this type of way, and now I'm in a similar situation where this event is making me feel the way that I felt when this happened. And when I felt this way, it led to this, it led to this, it led to this. So I've noticed a pattern in sequence of emotions. The events can change. So don't believe that repeating patterns means that you're stuck in a cycle of trauma or anything like that, because no, that's not it as well. And I've dealt with my fair share of that. And to be honest with you, as the patterns of emotions may repeat themselves, but you can still heal from your trauma. And part of recognizing that you've healed from your trauma is when you're presented with certain things again, as the pattern replays itself. Are you triggered? You get what I'm saying? Or do you feel the need to act out, lash out a certain way? Hope you got something out of this. I love you. I want to see the fullest expression of you. This is The Spark.